Bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
All right, here we go.
Then on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And running with power here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go now. 3.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now let's go.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Clinton Dix there for the stop. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Here's Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? When I look at my snap, I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That be late, waist snatch, back, shrink back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you like the again. Why While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways. Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
Yeah. I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they touch.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, 360. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ready? We waiting? Here we go. Ready for cut.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Right.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch Will. Watch Will.
From the gun, here's Love. He completes it to Bryant. Touchdown, Vikings. Des Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Cunningham. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down right around the 25. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
5-8. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, easy.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right, here we go.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On 3rd and 2, Cunningham. And he locates Walker, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Delaney Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Cunningham. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Let's go!
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
Cunningham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Delaney Walker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have moved out in front. The point after try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Breeze to throw on second down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it is incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey. Now let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. Out come the Eagles now, as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now Sanders. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like in the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Easy, kill. Ready for that.
Now Breeze. Caught Eifert over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I got 86. Got it.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Bree's going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He gets away from one. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. And they'll run it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time. And what's going to Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On play action. Now Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
To throw on second down, Cunningham. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
It's brought in by Bolden. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Set. 319. 319.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Complete right around the 8. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They're all through now in that game in Tampa, and it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Jameis Winston, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. They give him a gain of 38. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Breeze. He gets it left side to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Breeze to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Wipe my sins. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Champion. We want back ins. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fast. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up. The champs is in. Yeah. Yeah. Wake up.